TCK. Well, welcome back, folks. It is once again Thursday, and you know what that means. It is time for another Kai Plays segment. I'm getting organized now and getting the game launched. We'll be live here in a few moments, but while you're here, if you wouldn't mind taking a look at the link below the live stream, we are continuing our Chocomus 2020 festivities, wrapping up on 3/31/21, and that link supports our Tiltify cause to support Save the Children in their efforts combating the coronavirus here in the United States and abroad. Thank you for your patience. We'll be back shortly. We're going to do a quick sound test before we get matters underway here. Final Fantasy IV has a tendency to be a little bit louder than a few of my other games. Seems pretty reasonable currently. All right, now where we left off... No, we're going to turn that down just a little bit. That's a little better. There we go. Now, where we left off, we had just reached this cave here on our way through to the north. Tellah had been blocking the way, but we have done the necessary dialogue options to open that up. Off-screen, not pictured, was just a little bit of leveling to get Rydia kind of caught up to make her a little bit less squishy here, and also to pick up a little bit of extra gil so that she has a leather cap, which is currently the only gear upgrade available for her. So with us being just a hair more prepared, we'll head back into the waterway entrance. Oh. Had to remember where my map button was. Tellah, the Sage. Now, I mentioned this in passing during the previous segment, but Tellah's kind of an oddball because, as far as I'm aware, he's the first and possibly only instance of a character in a Final Fantasy game whose stats actually devolve as he levels up. In this case, it's his strength, and I believe just his strength, which decreases as he levels, as a reflection of his advanced age. Gaia gear and an iron omelet. An iron omelet. An iron armlet. Gaia gear is interesting because I think in previous titles that was ninja or fighter gear. Not really sage gear. Let's see, he starts with 6 strength. So I don't think it devalues his strength straight through. I think he gains strength up until a certain point and then it starts going backwards. But we will keep an eye on that as we go, just because I think it's noteworthy and kind of a neat touch that the devs decided to add in there. I think we're going to head east first. Now, I don't remember what capabilities Tellah comes with, so we're going to have a look. Let's see. Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Sleep, Poison, Osmos. Cura, Asuna, Raise, Silence, Confuse, Blink, and Teleport. So he knows just a few tricks, as you can imagine. We're going to try to do this with mouse and keyboard for the moment. I think there's a bit of delay with the input with the controller, to nobody's surprise. But I think that'll be alright. 200 damage. Yeah, okay. Oh, Cura and Warp. Interesting. Now I'm curious. Tellah's level 13. Okay. Let's head further east first, I think. Let's clear that part of the map first. Goodness gracious. Ah, yes. Trudging through the water. I kind of wonder... Blizzard has an MP cost of 5. She's got 69 MP. If you Blizzard all, it should only take 5 MP. I just want to confirm that. Yeah, okay. That is indeed the case. Well, she seems to be catching up in terms of usefulness pretty quickly. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot down here for us to do. Let's have Tellah do some work this time. Oh, the mouse wheel works. That is very nice. Let's try fire on all targets. That's pretty effective. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. Hello and thanks for joining, Knight KM. I forget abilities does not include magic. Magic includes magic. Cecil getting tanky, always a good sign. Alright, so there was nothing down here in the watery section. Let's, Oh, you have summoning magic. I mean, obviously she's a summoner, I just didn't know she already had some. Skadoosh. It is kind of lovely that level 1 black magic is clearing entire packs. Oh, interesting. We can run up the waterfall. I also am really glad to see the return of MP. Final Fantasy III was great, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it, but it was really weird to have a certain set number of casts of spells. It's a little bit like going back to Dark Souls 1 after playing Dark Souls 3. So you don't have blue Estus flasks anymore, you just have set casts of however many spells you can slot. Which has potential for abuse and exploitation, absolutely. I wonder how much physical damage Tellah does. Let's have a look. 13. All right, my man. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. Let's have you guys just defend for the moment. Stonks. Alrighty. The nice thing about being such a completionist with filling in the map and such is that you tend to pick up a lot of passive experience points as you go, in addition to the treasure. It takes a little bit longer to clear certain places, but I don't think that that's necessarily such a bad thing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. I don't believe there's anything up here. So there's not. Okay. Cool, I guess. Just a whole lot of dead ends just for the sake of filling in the map. You might as well defend, you might as well attack, but Tellah's probably gonna nuke everything. Sure enough. Mages are scary, man. So, fun fact, I actually did my most recent playthrough of Final Fantasy I using a black mage, a white mage, a red mage, and a fighter. And it honestly works. 5 eye drops. Rolling in the dough now. But yeah, so despite there being 3 mages and 1 tank, basically, the party did surprisingly well, because mages are, as I said, just a little bit scary. There honestly doesn't seem to be much point to single target spells right now. Multi-target just kills everything anyway, so it seems like the strat is either defend with the mages and kill with Cecil, or just nuke everything with a spell. Oh, you learned Toad. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep, Tellah's first level up. His strength went from 6 to 5. Go straight shot south here. So if you're wondering about the speed of the actions as I'm inputting them, just especially if you've seen me play Ori and the Blind Forest and you know how quickly I can input commands, there does appear to be a little bit of lag game side. Since I am doing that with the mouse, I'm having to click multiple times before the game will actually register the input. So I'm not really willing to turn down the battle speed and wait for those bars. That's just kind of painful. So I may just have to deal with taking a couple of hits because game lag, basically. I don't know if those amoebas are going to be weak to thunder, but I'm willing to bet those 3 clamshells are. Let's test that theory. All right. 4 for 4. Go with Cure All. Yeah, okay. Honestly, your capacity for making Gil goes way, way up as soon as you have healers. Because you're not abusing potions 24/7. We're just gonna have Cecil clean these up. I do like that it appears that if you don't issue another command, they will stay in defensive posture. So don't have to hit commands defend every single turn, which is really nice. Stonks. All right, let's see. I do think the dead ends are kind of thrown in there to trip you up a little bit, like, oh no, you're going to get into more fights because you chose the wrong path, and I'm just like, joke's on you, I want more fights, it's a JRPG. Give me that XP. Poke the Sahagin. Whoops. Tellah can go ahead and defend. Really? You little butt munch. Whoops. You can defend, but Tellah, I want you to osmos this little bastard back. Yeah, how do you like it? 99 MP. Alright. You missed. I didn't. 99 MP. That is all of his MP. I think we probably should just have Tellah do everything for the rest of this. Let's swap formation. Swap rows, I think. Nope, okay. I could have sworn that I had the ability to change rows with him. Maybe not. I guess Tellah's just a front row dude. I'm not going to tell him what he has to do, I guess. Cura, everybody. Unlimited power! Especially if he could just osmos all of his MP back off from a tiny mage. Yeah, I think we're in the money. Just have everybody else sit back and let the old man do the work. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Ah. Alright. Go gather us up some treasure. Oh. Well, okay then. I can't help but think I have missed some information here. Oh, goodness. Tellah is ridiculous. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but he is definitely a bit ridiculous. Oh, right. I came back up here because I wanted to test out... No. Okay, there's nothing that we can do here. But there does appear to be an exit here, so we may have to circle back from the next area. It's been enough years since I played this game that no, I do not have all the interior maps memorized. I could navigate Barren Castle probably in my sleep, but I think that's kind of different in a way. Oh no! Okay, so Swap Rose, even in combat, swaps the whole party around. Yeah, so there really isn't any getting around the fact that Tellah is a frontliner, unfortunately. What does 5 strength amount to, I wonder? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Even Rydia hits harder, and she's in the back row. Also, kind of want Tellah's glasses. Players of Final Fantasy XIV may recognize them as Hancock's glasses. Okay, I do believe at this point we can move on through the door, because I think we're coming back here, just from a different entrance. Oh, okay. Tellah offers us a free tent. The monster of the lake. A vicious one with 8 massive, writhing tentacles. Moving on. Aha. Lo and behold, here we are, but from a different entrance. An ice rod? I don't actually know if we're at a point where we need new equipment for either of these dudes yet. You have a regular rod and an ice rod. We'll give you 5 more. 1 more intellect and 7 more attack. I don't think that's really all that helpful for you. Tellah, on the other hand, would gain 2 intellect, lose 1 spirit, and gain 6 attack. Alright. Can you equip the staff? You can. -1 intellect, +1 spirit, +1 attack. Spirit is a governing attribute typically for magic defense, but also for white magic offense. I don't know if summoning spells in 4 are governed by intelligence or spirit. But my gut tells me intellect because they are generally offensive in nature. So we're going to lean towards giving her intellect boosting gear to start with. I think we're about to complete this map too. But first, an intermission. You can defend, and you can just defeat everything with one spell. I don't know why I do anything else anymore. It's a little bit like in Final Fantasy III, if you get your hands on, say, like an ice staff, for example, you can use the item in place of casting Blizzard 1, which just gives you infinite level 1 black magic MP, which is pretty darn useful. Northeast, I believe. Well, let's just check if there's any treasure chests over here, and of course there's another random encounter. Why would there not be? I will say, I'm not overly thrilled with auto battle in Final Fantasy IV thus far. In Final Fantasy III, if you chose to auto battle, it would input the previous series of commands that you had selected. So for example, if you said use item Ice Rod, as previously mentioned, and you had somebody else defending and you had somebody else attacking, then auto battle would just have them repeat that series of commands. Which I think is more useful than having everybody auto-attack, even the mages. But, you know, you can't win them all. Okay, there is nothing up here. No, I have a sneaking suspicion that through this door lies the boss. So we'll heal up before we go through. Let's have Tellah, Kira on everybody. Just top them off. We'll have Cecil whittle these guys down for a second. Rydia will continue to defend. 300 HP. Are you serious? You can defend. And then we will Osmos off the last dude. And that should pretty much have our HP and MP basically right back to full. Cecil cleans up. Boom. Now if the boss is right through that door, we're about as prepped as we're gonna get. Well, he wasn't, but that's okay. Hmm. $580 gil. All right. Ooh, a bomb fragment. I'm guessing that just does moderate fire damage to all targets. Let's have a look. Casts fire. Straightforward, simple. I like it. Starting to get used to this with mouse and keyboard. Weast. Weast we go! Attack the amoeba. You can defend. And you can thunder and just destroy everything because mage is OP. I have a sneaking suspicion that as the game continues, the fighters will get to shine a little bit more because they will have all of the health. But early on, when everything has triple digits HP anyway, a little bit less significant, the difference in like Tellah's HP to Cecil's. Like, yeah, Cecil has almost 100% more HP, but those values are so low that it's kind of irrelevant. Let's see here. Did I don't think I filled in this room. 99%. Excuse you. That is going to bug me. And is going to bug me more than it should. There we go. All right. For whatever reason. I was going to say, please don't make us spend a significant portion of our runtime with me backtracking through one room. Nobody wants to see that. Oh dear. Those are blue. Tellah just got turned into a frog. So did Rydia. We're off to a good start, guys. Can't cast spells as a frog. Alright. So you just defend. So casting frog on a frog does not turn them back into being not a frog. Cecil appears to be immune to being a frog. So that was weird. I wonder if all the frogs are color-coded. Furthermore, they do remain a frog. That's not irritating in the least. I only have one Maiden's Kiss, guys. That's, alright. I'm gonna be real, I have no idea where I am. I'm gonna hope that they turn back, to be honest. Like, at some point the effect wears off, because, that's a bit unfortunate. So it's interesting to me that white magic is grayed out while they're a frog, but black magic isn't, and yet all of their spells in the black magic category appear to be blocked off. Well, let's get to where we are not in immediate danger of being frogged again, like immediately. I don't think we went anywhere. I think we just ran at a wall repeatedly and then came back out. A diet ration? What kind of an item is that? Removes the pig status. Of course, why wouldn't it? I don't especially remember the pig status. I remember the imp status, but not the pig status. Out of curiosity. Well, we'll circle back to that. For now, we do appear to have gone somewhere. Let's go ahead and cure Tellah using our only Maiden's Kiss. And then we will have Tellah Esuna Rydia. And then cure everybody. And then we can move on with our life. Watch us get another frog just immediately. Who immediately frogs Tellah. That would be hashtag Kyluck. Alright, feathered cap. Stonks. So there's no equipment that makes Cecil immune to being frogged. He just didn't get frogged for whatever reason. Feather cap. Just generally good across the board. Okay. But I think Tellah has no headgear on. So I think he probably needs that a little bit more. Tell you what, we'll split the difference though and give the silver armlet to Rydia. She already has one. Never mind. Just playing favorites with Tellah over here because he's such a beast. Alright, back through the darkness we go. Into the gullet of the frog. I kind of wonder if with the new weapon... No. Basically, no. I don't know why I keep hitting things with the staff expecting it to do more damage, but I'm an optimist, I don't know. Gang up on the amoeba! Screw you and your single cells. Alright. Nope. Oh, you didn't. That's fine. We can work with that. I was gonna say, if they frog Tellah immediately, I might scream. Although I guess Rydia does also have Cure, so I guess it's fine. I think we've gone all the way south again. Honestly, I can't really tell anymore. Yeah, okay. Looks like we made short work of that. All that for a feather cap. Aw, yeah. I don't know if you have any more dudes to Osmos in here. I think we should probably experiment a little bit and see if anything else is MP with legs. That might behoove us. We had a little bit more exploration to do in this area, actually, so let's do that first. Cool. Oh, 3 Phoenix Downs. Hot damn. That is More than I would have thought to ask for. Now, there's something about this cave music that's very reminiscent of the music from Final Fantasy X. I want to say Macalania Forest. It's been a hot minute, but that's my gut reaction. Those frogs are kind of the bane of my existence, I'm not gonna lie. North B1. Whoops. Ooh, Zeus's Wrath. Cast Thunder, no doubt. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to find out if any of these are worth some MP. So let's Osmos. I feel like the amoeba has the best chance of having actual MP for us to steal. Nope. Okay. What on earth? Okay, let's try on the Fang Shell. We'll kill the amoeba in the meantime. Fang Shell also has 0 MP. So Cecil can kill that. Last but not least, does the killer fish have any MP? I am willing to bet no, but there's only one way to know for sure. It sure doesn't. Ooh, a mallet. Does that cast a mini like it did in the previous games? It removes many. Beautiful. Alright, let's backtrack just a little bit to find a gnome for... not a gnome, a mini mage for Tellah to steal some MP from. Let's see here. Straight south, should be. Just like that. I think we should be able to find them here. Tellah, you actually defend for a minute. Did you? Okay. Fascinating. So amoebas can re-raise the entire enemy field, but it doesn't have any MP to steal. I think at this point we might just be backtracking to use a tent. Oh dear. There are toads out here as well. So I guess we were just fortunate that we hadn't run into any until far enough into this labyrinth of nightmares. Goodness gracious. Oh, yes, okay. It is one more room back to the save point. Because we got to that door and I said, oh, well, if there's a boss through here, we'll be well prepared. Rydia, darling, I'm going to ask you to cure yourself. With some urgency. Alright, all we needed was one mini-mage and we're back in business. Whoops. That was not the button that I was looking for. It works, but it was not the button that I wanted. Okay, Cecil, you're actually going to defend for minutes. What I wanted was cure all. There we go, full HP for everybody. We can pop down to Tellah. And Osmos once. And then Cecil cleans up. Like it never even happened. Let us continue on our journey. One more screen and I think we'll be back to where we had progressed to. My goodness. You're killing me, Smalls. One of you guys defend this one. Kind of wonder how much gil we'll have when we get out of here. We're already up to 2k. Oh, so Tellah's stamina decreased this time. That's interesting. So I guess that HP gap is really going to continue to grow as his governing attribute for health continues to drop. Okay, we have caught up where we were previously. I think probably this way. That actually leads to the exit. Well, the next room, regardless. Counter is not my favorite thing. I'm not going to lie. Treasure ore. Ooh, Shadow Blade. 3 guesses as to who can equip that. That's right, it's Rydia. I'm absolutely kidding. Let's go this way. Nope, let's go this way. Zombies? Real zombies? Okay, while we're here, real quick, gotta test this out. No. Okay. Cannot cure zombies. Let's see. You'll defend, I think. You'll attack, and you will cast... Well, if you can't kill them with cure, you can usually kill them with fire. Yep, sure enough. Level 18 for Cecil right now. I don't remember what the cap is. Not that we're anywhere near close to it, whatever it is, but... for context, I think I was level 45-ish when I completed Final Fantasy 1, and maybe level 45-50 when I completed Final Fantasy 3. Now, for those who don't already know, Final Fantasy 2 did not have a traditional leveling system. For better or worse, they chose a different progression system in which your stats would increase by using them. So if you wanted to have more maximum HP, you would need to gain HP experience, which is a hidden value. It is calculated by the amount of HP that you lose in a particular battle. So it would take your HP from the start of the battle, and then subtract your HP at the end of the battle, and use that to calculate your HP experience to determine if your maximum HP would increase. So you could run into a problem where your weapon proficiencies and your strength would outstrip the opponents that you're fighting to the extent where you would... Oh, let's use where are they? An antidote real quick. Cecil. Anyway, your ability to kill things very, very quickly kind of started to work to your detriment because the battles would not last long enough for you to take any meaningful damage, and therefore your maximum HP would not increase. That became an issue when you were killing everything in a dungeon in one hit, and you got to your next boss, and he was one-shotting all of your party members. So what you typically would end up doing is you would manipulate the game's XP system to put yourself in battles where you were in no danger from the enemy, and they were essentially spectators while you killed all of your own party members to max out their HP. My preferred method was just to have our fighter, Gus, just wipe the whole party, and then either use a Phoenix down or more likely raise 1 to bring them back with like 5 HP. So they would gain HP experience points equal to almost their maximum HP. So they would pretty much be guaranteed to get more HP at the end of the fight. Oh, interesting. So we do get to go back to the world map before we fight the boss. It's been a little while. One more fight, and of course it's Toads, just to say fuck you before we go. And of course they're going to get a Toad spell off. But you cast it on Cecil. You picked the wrong person, motherfucker. Excuse me. Anyway. So yes, Final Fantasy II was an odd duck. It was a neat system that they decided to try to implement, but it was very weird. It was very, very weird. Oh, likewise, you would gain magic... Not magic XP. I want to say spell XP is probably the more appropriate way to describe that. When you cast a spell, you would gain 1 XP for that spell. Not for that spell type, but for that particular spell. So you could learn Fire, and you only ever learned Fire. You didn't get Fyra, or Fire 2, or Fyraga, or Fire 3. You just got Fire, and when you cast it, you would get 1 XP. When you received 100 spell XP, that spell would rank up, and you would know Fire 2. So, spells capped at 16, so to max out a spell in its entirety, you would need to cast it 1,500 times. That got silly very, very quickly, especially if you were playing a Black Mage in any capacity. Even just Fire, Ice, Lightning, you're looking at 4,500 spell casts. Now, there was a way to cheese this, there was a way to work around it even in the ports of the game, and that was specifically that you could cast the spell. I say in air quotes, you could select the spell as an action for that character's turn. When it dropped down to the next character's turn, you could back out of their turn and go back to the first player in the menu, because it was turn-based, not ATB. And you'd have to input your whole party before they'd execute their commands. You would choose to execute a spell, return to that character, and choose to execute the spell again. And it would count as though you had air quotes cast the spell 2 times without using any of your MP. So what you would do to cheese it is you could go into a low-level battle, for example, against some goblins, and then you could choose to fake cast that spell about 100 times, kill the goblins, and you'd get 1 spell level for that 1 spell for that 1 character. You can see how this quickly became tedious. Really? Really? Okay. Now we have reached the end of the planned segment for Kai Plays for tonight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pitch a tent here outside this cave, and then what we'll do is we will pick this up next time. Now, as previously mentioned, there is a link in the description below if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, or below the live stream, which does support our Tiltify campaign, but I'm also running a poll at the moment, taking suggestions for other content folks might like to see. I have a variety of games which are currently available in my Steam library, as well as the ability to acquire a few more if folks have anything in particular that they'd like to watch for the Kai Plays segment. Final Fantasy IV is, being a JRPG, there are going to be some times where the content is not the most exciting. Now, I'll try to fill those gaps with some commentary, maybe a little bit of Final Fantasy lore, with my experience from the previous games. However, there is a little bit that I will need to do off-screen, such as any time where the game calls for any kind of power leveling. If I do that off-screen, I will generally try to have some unplanned segments, and just announce those on our social media when I do them, just in case anybody wants to come and hang out. In the meantime, though, I do want to thank you so much for stopping by today. We'll pick this up on Sunday with our Sunday Funday festivities. The poll is currently running in our Discord channel. Until next time, my name is Kai. I'll see you in Eorzea, and may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.